Okay, we're recording. Perfect. Alright, Bill. You know a routine. We have a routine every time we put her choke chain on for a walk to go or leave any place. She has to sit down and present her head, and the chain just slides on, and away we go. Spider already camped out here. Bug light does the bit. And here we go. Looking north on Mill Street. That's Main. And Park Row and all the dust and destruction. You can see they got pipe out here. It's for flushing water. And that's what it's like. Nut bars going, and you can see this is non-stop. Right? They fly by construction goods, it makes not a copper in sight. Well, at least we can walk through here now. And we're walking east on Park Row to Butler. And the creek's all along here. Cedar Creek. The city's way behind keeping up on the grass. The weekend they should have cut the grass at the park at Park Row. This should have been cut. That should have been cut in that large field over there. That's the old dump. Now called McIntosh Park. And over on Mill Street, all on the tracks there, it's a foot high already. They haven't touched. And I wonder why people have allergies. All the weeds going to seed. These are the new LED lights, I guess they are. They look cool in an arch. Hey, someone driving normal. I should take a picture. Oh wait, I am. And that street over there, like, I have no idea how well this can be seen, so you just have to trust my word where I'm pointing. Where the lights are, there's a street there. There are two vents coming up from the ground that are constantly twirling, and what they're for is methane gas, because this whole area there, from down there, the city bought this end building here. I don't know what the purpose is. Right down to the Butler Street was the old dump, this whole area. And in those days, everything and anything went in the ground. This, you can see the goal net, and there's more. There's a playground, far end, nice playground. But this park is probably the most expensive soccer field in Oxford County. Over the years, I've watched them, heavy equipment and more in this park. And no matter what they do, you can't get a flat. I mean, you shouldn't let anybody play soccer in here, because the way the grass and the ground is, it can catch your foot and cause ankle, knee, and other injuries. As a sports player, that's a serious fault. And the creek's just over there. It's actually close in. You think we'll get down low over here. Nice night, light breeze, moon's out. There's the planet Jupiter to the, well, to the left of the moon. Lots of dandelions. Stay. Bella, come. Good girl. Good girl. Oh, you're a good girl. Yes, you're a good girl. Stay. That's the end of the park here. A little playground there. I think we'll take the long walk around. Or longer walk. Instead of going right to the dog park. There's a dog park. You just cross this bridge here, Cedar Creek. And just where those kids are, there's the gate for this side of the dog park. Well, we'll go up here. We'll take the back way to Southside Park. And that's looking towards Main Street, Arena. I guess if I turn my light on, that's the big willows. They got pretty big here, as you can see. Not sure about this fire hydrant. It's a little out of the way. But some people may recognize this. I'm not going to say a thing. You're going to have to take a guess where it is. Just looking at it from the west side. Those trees have been there a long time. And here's our path. There's those trees. That's your clue. This is one of the trees that came down in that big windstorm we had. Yeah, just like the dog park. I mean, this one was too big to stand up. But, I mean, all the same, they should cut it up. Oh, let's see, this should be where the other clue is. Aha. Now, that's the last clue. If you know what this used to be, then you're fucking old. people over at the dog park. That's to my left. And if you're blind, that would be that way. Like this. And you can see there's trees down. There's where all the green was out, you could see a couple of really neat trees. Going down towards the creek. Hey, stop it. Oh, Bella sees a rabbit. See that? Right there. See Bella? See the rabbit? Right there. Come on, rabbit. Get out of there. Never mind hunkering it down. I can see you. Everybody can see you. You'd have to be blind not to see you. Bella, come here. Come. You know the rules. Sit. Stay. We have a rule. No rabbits, no squirrels. No squirrels. Look at it. Like, they're all over. I don't give a shit. I mean, well, they do, but I mean, come on. With all the coyotes and whatnot about, I mean, you know, not every dog is as good as Bella here. See, there it goes. There it goes. Yeah, I can see you. Never mind running around. I see you. Come on. I'll hide in the brush there. Stop it. You know the rules. There. Wildlife. I don't know what you'll see. Worst thing is running into a skunk. Mosquitoes haven't been a bother yet. That's good. You can see this is just open field. And I don't worry about the dew or moisture because those are marrows and water won't bother them. If you're old, get good footwear, boots, shoes, whatever. Just do it. Get some good insoles. Be kind to yourself. There's another rob up this way, but they can be anywhere. Again, I have no idea how clear any of this will be, as it's a test. Right, Bella? Bella. 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 As you can see, she listens not too badly. She's coming along. She's at free leash right now. I do make her heel and sweat. She's real sloppy on downs though. I don't know, it's just one of those things that may never get fixed out. There's the southwest entrance to Southside Park off of, the heck is that? Oh, I got a brain fart here. Finkel Street. Come here. Yeah, it's a nice house. Come. You can actually see the stoplights up at Parkinson Road. And we're crossing the Finkel Street Bridge over Cedar Creek. That's the creek that goes by my house. Makes a 90-degree turn in my backyard. Come. Quick. This is the Southside Park side, or the west end side of the park in the creek. Let's go. I don't know how well you can see it, but this has all been redone. They made some deeper pools, some gravel beds, increased the flow of the water, returned the banks back to more natural state. The next thing will be Southside Park Pond, which is a haven for snapping turtles, which feed off of goslings because there's so many geese there at times. And if they dredge it and put in a fish ladder at the dam, and you can see the typical willow tree here by the creek. This is another way. Where's that trail? There's a trail right here. Yeah. Right here, there's a trail. And it goes to the gate on the east end of the dog park. Southeast gate. Come here. Yeah. The ball diamonds are all over here too. They got quite a few of them. Now this here street, I had no idea it was named that, and I'm not even sure who it is. I'll have to check that out. There you go. This is the northwest entrance, Southside Park. Come on, let's go. Stop it. Sit. Good girl. Yeah. Super mailbox. And for anyone that's done the walkabouts, this is where the Finkel Street Bridge starts. just on the other side of the street. It was actually out of commission for at least a year or more because someone went right through the stop sign here and kept on going and smashed into the stairs going up to the bridge that went over the railway tracks, because this is the same railway tracks of the Iron Rot Bridge by my place. But yeah, imagine that. They drove all the way up this narrower path in the road and smashed into the stairs, shutting the whole thing down. So now we're back on Henry, heading back to Butler. So we're heading west. There's the Perina, the tower. Very nice night for a walk. Not too humid. Actually dry. Dogs should be barking here any second. Huh, that's a rarity. And 99.9% of the time, the doggy's barking. I came to the dog park one day and this house is gone. I couldn't figure it out. I thought there was a fire or something, but they just tore it down and rebuilt another one. But I young people, why not? Nice fun, like dogs. So here's the dog park. There's the watering station. Runs spring to fall. And there's her and there's her dog park right there. Main gate. Come. And that gate wasn't shut, right? Come. Come. Sit. Bella must present herself. Bella. Leash comes off. No hassles. Now she's free too. This gate's not closed. Well, they got quite a variety of trees here. Well, the tree that fell down that I was telling you about, there's the bare spot for it right there. And it was leaning on that one there. But all they had to do was stand it up, dig a hole, replant it, and the tree was good. No broken branches, the trunk was fine. Just more waste of city, whatever. Alright. Bella, come. 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 Hey. Listen to me. Come. This way. Come. There's another dog or two in the park, I think. But till she does her thing. Bella. And I know there's no rabbits running around here. Yeah, looks like a doggy there. Come on. Hurry up and have your poop. And that's what Bella's doing right now. She's looking for rabbits. If she sees them, she prances. Jumps in the air like a fox and then does his spring run. It's pretty good. It's pretty cool to watch, actually. And being white, it just makes it look even cooler. And you can see there's a big, there's another type of willow. It's not a weeping willow, but it is a willow tree. There's that path. That's the eastern gate I was talking about. Goes up to towards Southside Park. Lots of rabbits. Creek's right there on the other side of there. There's a bank and that. Lots of rabbits along here. And they put these tables, you know, and the smokers sit there and smoke cigarettes on their fat asses while their dogs leave dumps all over the fucking place. Oh, did I say that out loud? Sorry, but pick up your damn dog shit. Stop! One of the main reasons I like to have a high lumen light is so that I can see where my dog is. Bella, come! And look for the shit. And there you have it. Thank you for that gift, Bella. Be nice. Stay here. Bella! Come! You stay here. Man, dog, you are something else. Hello. Hey, doggy. What are you doing? Huh? Yeah, you happy? You happy, doggy? Where'd you go? sure sounds of a warm night. Motorcycles. Hey, Dougie. Oh, you got a ball. Better not let Bella see that. She likes balls. And it's a colored ball. Never mind, Bella. That's not yours. Bella, come. Good girl. Good girl. Come. Come. This way. That's right, that's one of your kind. How are you? Well, we're getting a lot warmer, that's a good sign.
She's currently just puppies. Ollie.
Oh, she even gets it like that at 3 years old. It's crazy sometimes, like just like a silly bugger. Like, I mean, they're just they're just being so damn sweet and lovable, but they don't know how rough and tumble they can be.
I know.
So you know, it's like a kid, you know, that's doing the eyebrow thing while you're trying to scold them.
Yeah.
How can you give a kid discipline when they're giving you the eyebrow thing? Yeah. Well, he does that a lot better than she does. That's one of her, just something I've never been able to get quite right is her down. I haven't had her since she was young. She's actually came from a service dog center, but she was meant to be a breeder.
Yep.
And she only went into heat for like a very short period of time, and then they found an anomaly in her blood, and she wouldn't go into heat. But they wanted to instill her qualities into the service dogs because a lot of people don't realize how much money a service dog. You know, the average price to train a service dog is $15,000 to $35,000, and it's not like breeding dogs where you get paid for pet stock or show stock regardless. You know, you make money. Anyway, so I got her for the spay feeds. Don't say anything, but her spay's coming up here. It's not supposed to be in the park. She's got all her shots and all that, but she's not being spayed till June 2nd, but she gets out that night, you know, for her park thing, so. Anyway, I had her 3.5 days she went into heat. So she was supposed to be spayed in April, but they have to wait 8 weeks until after their heat before they can touch them. So June 2nd she goes in. I use the Oxford County Veterinarian Clinic on Ingersoll Avenue.
Yeah, I've heard they're good.
Well, I used to use Yates, but I'll tell you, these people are, they look after me well, and I've used them all. I mean, unless you have a vehicle and can afford to travel, the best one out of all of them is Ostrander near Tilsonburg. Yeah, they are the cream of the crop when it comes to animals. But if you got birds or stuff, you go to Yates. Yeah, Oxford County, they never go that guy by the fairgrounds,
No.
the West End, no.
No. I've heard
As far as I'm concerned, they killed one of my dogs, but, so yeah, she's still kind of in training. She's never had official training. She's seen lots of it as an observer,
Yeah.
because the kennels were all along the outside training center. Then on the other side was a training barn. And for service dogs, they put them through all kinds of different obstacles and different situations. And then it gets to a certain point, and they get other training, and then whenever a dog advances, right, gets to a certain point, then they try to match it up with someone that needs whatever type of dog it is they need, and they try to fine-tune it for their needs. But she's a what they call a square-hipped white German Shepherd.
Holy
But I could have swore I was uptown today with a friend in his car, and I could have swore she was standing right out in front of there near the pasta place there on this end of town. And I almost almost gave my friend a slap in the head because he wouldn't stop. Seriously, stop, man! That looks just like her. I panic about such things.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, I couldn't believe it. It's almost identical.
Holly, no.
It's all right. You need the energy whipped out of you. And the best time to train them is, I don't know how many dogs you've had to train, but is after you run the shit out of them and they've had lots of exercise and they're beat up. Perfect time for training. Actually, that's perfect time to train for kids too. But yeah, because they're beat up and they're tired and they don't, and they gotta listen. But she's pretty good. Be nice. Very nice, yep. You're doing a good job. Yeah, full of piss and vinegar. They feel like they're invincible. It's crazy. Well, this is the youngest dog I've had for quite a few years because the last 3 dogs were rescue dogs, middle age, and you get 3 to 4 years out of them, and that's it. So I wanted one a little younger this time.
That's what we thought with her too.
I mean, it just, I'll be 62 this year. I put so many dogs down, it doesn't get any easier.
I'm trying.
The worst dog, if you're in here, you got to watch out for, if you get more than 3 Labradors running at a time, find something to hide behind, a bench, table, whatever, right? Because they're the worst dogs in the park for terrorizing, is the Labradors. And when they get going, there's actually a lady knocked down here about 3 years ago and broke something, but the Labradors get running around, any more than 3 of them, and they get running around in the pack, and everything in their way just gets trampled. This other big dog, she likes, it's a huge thing. I don't know if you come here often at night, but there's this lady that comes, she's got this dog, and it's I don't know I have no idea what kind of dog it is. But it's a female, and it has a head on it about this big. And it's got, I don't know, it's 150 or 60 pounds.
Sounds like a mastiff.
No, it's not a mastiff. No, it's another type of dog. But it is the coolest dog. and they were playing the other night. But there's this little Doberman, and it was kind of like the cartoon with Ralph and Spike.
Yeah.
You know, the little dog running around, Spike, 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 right? It was just like that. I laughed my ass off. And this Doberman it had no fear. It was invincible, right? It bounced off this dog. It would literally grab hold of its fur and hang, right? I kid you not. I'm just going, this dog was just like nothing would faze it really, right? It was so gentle. But I mean, this little Doberman just, it was funny. Why don't you go run? Water, I bet.
Okay. Okay. All right. Okay.
Bella, no. Oh, fuck, you're not any better, you know. Bouncing off me like that. Must be a German Shepherd thing. Oh, he's a good listener.
Yeah. I just get very,
Well, that's right.
right?
Yep.
Down.
Well, that's why and she tends to get a little excited and timid too, so I kind of tone her down. And she's one of those dogs, you have to babysit her when she eats her food, right? Because she gets so excited, right? And I swear when the very first bowl of dog food I fed her, she inhaled it.
No, I know.
Hey, no eating. Oh, you got a stick, okay. Chill, I don't know about him, but Chill, if she thinks it's edible, she'll eat it.
Oh, yeah.
Right? It could be shit. It doesn't matter. If she thinks it's edible, she'll eat it.
Yeah.
So I'm constantly yanking shit out of her mouth. I don't know what it is, but I'm just yanking it out. And don't do that. Oh, tears.
She's running between her legs and barking, trying to almost seem like she wanted to nip at her. And I'm like, oh.
There's a group of Shih Tzus. You know those little hairy, yappy things?
Yeah.
There's a whole group of them here in this park. They come and they sit at the benches. Right? And yeah. I don't know if any of them ever got their crap picked up in their life. No, I get a little excited about that, right? Because that's one of the reasons I bring my high lumen light.
Yeah.
Is because I hate stepping in crap.
Yeah.
And
People talk.
you know, for let's see, 2015, 2014. For at least 10 years, maybe 12 years, that whole stretch here down Park Road going to Mill Street, I used to walk along with a shopping bags, and I used to pick up all the garbage. Nobody cares.
No.
Right? Garbage, I couldn't stand it. I pick up all the garbage, and I carried extra, and I'd had to carry at least 8 bags with me by the time I walked from there and the dog park here. And if there was any bull mastiff dumps, you have to use 3 bags for one of their dumps. seriously, 3 bags. Well, 3 bags. Well, you can actually buy the extra large poop bags, but it's not the point. The point is, you know, that, you know. So it, but I stopped doing it because it just got too much.
Oh, yeah, it would.
They did a good job on the spring cleanup this year. They get volunteers and they go along the creek in different areas and well, Bella, what do you think? Yeah, I know. What you need, you'll sleep good.
Oh, yeah.
I was just thinking the same thing.
Okay, that's
She's a nice looking dog.
Yeah.
How long have you had her?
not that long. Oh boy. I think I got her in March. Because she was set to spay April 4th or something. And then she, like I said, she went in the heat the 3rd day, so I had to wait for that to be done. So she's done like her training, considering that she's never had official companion dog training, CD training. She's doing pretty good. And but she's in a learning curve too, right? So I try to have her avoid certain situations with other dogs and stuff, and right until I have them to a certain point, eh?
Yeah, yeah.
It's for her safety and the other dogs as well. These are just German, right now, these are just 2 German Shepherds being 2 German Shepherds. Like all they're doing is testing each other, they're not fighting, they're not,
Yeah.
it's just all just.
So far, knock on wood, haven't seen any aggression. Not even food aggression around it.
Well, you get on it right away and discipline them, right? As soon as she does anything, like, there's lots of rabbits around here. I've come into this park. She almost had a rabbit about 5 days ago. And the rabbit stumbled. And she was, at that point, just about ready to grab it.
Yeah.
And she seen me coming out of the left side like a Mack truck. And she veered off to the left. But then the very next night, we were walking the back way there, down towards Hillside Park, and we got 6 feet within a rabbit. And she didn't do nothing. Oh, she eyeballed it, but that's all she did. So she's learning, right? The stuff like that, because I don't want her doing that for a rabbit, squirrel, or nothing, because if they happen to be loose, right, and across the street, right, so you got to teach them to respect those boundaries. And the most important thing, and I've been training dogs for decades, is the stop command.
Yeah.
Is when they're running at full speeds and you go, stop or stay, right? They should almost stop in midair.
Yeah.
There's a dog killed here. It was in the wintertime. We have such, you know, these union guys, right? That are, hope you're not a city worker. Anyway, I work union, so I can say what I want about them. But they piled the snow up right against, blew it through the fence, and they created a mound right at the fence. So this little Pekingese or Shih Tzu or something, right?
Yeah.
Ran right up and over it, right in between 2 cars out in the street, and bam. just because of the snowplow operator,
Yeah.
which, as you know, they're idiots in Woodstock.
Oh, they are.
It wouldn't be too bad if they'd done something the same way 2 times in a row, but they don't.
No.
I don't know why they don't go to some other city where they're winning and learn from them.
Yeah.
Me?
Wherever she's hitting you. Oh.
And there's a prime example of something you're not supposed to do right there. Bring a toy into the friggin' park, especially a ball, right? Because toys create more issues. It's bad enough with sticks or squirrels in the trees. Man, I've seen dogs, I don't know which tree it was, but they were up there like 12 feet. And, geez, Bella.
I brought in toys here before, but that's when we absolutely.
Yeah, and that's when I do it. And unfortunately, I don't have. She's destroyed every every normal toy that you can throw, except for I got a Kong ball.
Yeah.
But they're heavy, you know. This time of night I'm not into it. Right? There's too much work. But I got to find a lighter type. I used to just buy the 3-pack of Wilson tennis balls or something like that, and they lasted. And they're cheaper, and they're, those Kong balls, they don't last any longer. The tennis type ones.
Yeah,
The Kong tennis balls that you paid, you can get 3 normal balls for, tennis balls or more. She destroys in like 4 minutes.
Yeah.
Right? Then she spends the next 3 weeks to 2 months pulling it apart into pieces. Because that's the real game.
Yeah.
Right? Like, it's bizarro. It's bizarro, it's like,
Hey, pup. Holly, sit. Hey, sit.
but yeah. No, you can't, I have no issue with toys, but you gotta do it at
Right time.
the right time.
Well, we were here before they showed up.
I was worried about the ball because she likes balls.
And as soon as we were here before them, they came in, they threw the ball.
Yeah.
Triggered that dog.
And I'm sorry, but,
And you don't know the other dogs around.
no, and this is the thing, and unless you know that situation, it could cause problems.
Oh, yeah. I played that.
Still don't know the not much.
Or thicker.
Yeah, if you want to really beef them, it's a male, right? Female?
Yeah.
Well, if you want to beef them up, really get their muscles beefed up, take them swimming. There is nothing.
Water.
You got to get something that goes in the water and get them, encourage them, and even if you get in a little boat and take it out 12 or 15 feet, trust me, they'll come after you,
Oh, yeah.
and they will learn to swim. And then you start making a game out of it by floating stuff, right? And teaching them. You can do it through hand signals and whistles and voice commands, make them go left, back, forward. But the swimming builds their muscles like you wouldn't believe. It's the best thing for a dog. Best thing for us, but for dogs, it's phenomenal what it does to their their whole body structure and muscles. Good, good. Yeah, good girl. Good doggy. Yeah, you want to make sure if you come to the park that they're up on their heartworm.
Yeah.
Right? It is. It has been here, but anywhere along this creek, pretty much any wetlands now, where there's mosquitoes, it's a risk. But it has been in this park, so that's one thing I do make sure she's up. Any of my dogs are up on that. I don't do the other vaccinations every 3 years, like you say. That's a bunch of crock, and there's a big thing about that, about over medicating, eh?
Yeah.
That
I've seen that. They were saying that the new vaccines work way better than the old style.
yeah,
Longer.
yeah, and it just doesn't have to be done as much like it used to. But the heartworm, that thing, and whatever flea and tick method you use. I've got these drops where you just put it in one spot, and I do it on the back of her neck, and that's good for 3 months, and that's good for fleas and ticks.
Just get from someone. Like, yeah, they're done.
Mosquitoes can be deadly here sometimes, so if you come, you might sometimes want to come prepared. Are you going to breed her, or are you going to have her fixed? Yeah.
You're not.
Well, they settle down a bit, but you know, that theory has it. According to Hoyle, they say, regardless of whether it's a purebred or a cross or whatever, they say allowing them to have one litter is a good thing. But you know, I've had lots of dogs that didn't, and they turned out fine. But they do settle down. Yeah, and they'll be a bit more mellower, but they'll be more I don't know what's the word, attentive to things like they're I don't know, they're more focused, I guess. I don't know. So you had a whole kennel full of other dogs. Fella. I know exactly what you were thinking. I think I fall. Well, let's go get a drink of water and we'll head back home. I can feel a snack coming on. Of course, she always gets hers when she gets home too. Well, you ready, Bella? Nice bait, yeah.
Yeah, see.
See you, Dougie. Good Dougie. Yeah. Yes, you act the same way. Exactly the same. They did. They just get all silly and goofy and just...
Oh, yeah.
All right, let's go, Bella. Get a drink of water. Have a good one. Come on, Bella. Good girl. Get a drink of water. Hey? The poke bin. Hey, come. Stay. 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 No. You're all done, happy girl? Boy, you were thirsty. All that playing. Okay, that's enough. Let's go. Come on. Yeah, you gotta get in the last word, don't you? Come on. Dripping out of your mouth. I seen that. Smart ass. Come here. Come. Gate. Bella. Hey. Bella. You know how it goes here. Sit. And she has to sit. Facing me. And present her head. And there we go. And you got a wet head. You got a wet head. We always make sure the gates are shut. Always. And there's the Purina. Could have drank some water from that bowl myself. Drier than a popcorn fart. Butler Street compound over there. That's where I seen the groundhog, or gopher if you like, a week or so ago. Late afternoon walk. And there's the CN Railway Bridge. Same one that goes by me, with the big iron rod bridge. Bella, sit. You know the routine. That's right. Stay. Sometimes he sits automatically, sometimes he doesn't. Still learning. Oh, there goes an ambulance. Bella, heel. This is Butler Street. Cedar Creek. Another streeter. No cops. Park Row. Park, West End, East End I should say, and we're heading west on Park Row. I noticed last night someone had some color changing neon patio lights. I didn't hear any Kim Mitchell though. I think that's who did that song, I don't know. Yeah, all different colors. You can see another soccer net there. There's actually some people using the east end of the field, eastern end. Hey, you could actually walk about in a t-shirt tonight. I'm actually overdressed. But when you're over 60, you know, you don't have the same resilience. Still on the grasses, this should have been all cut. It's like this at the park. All along here and there. It's even worse off by the tracks here. Not sure exactly the purpose of this out off the road above the creek. Who knows? Now the city owns this building. It used to be a church. And they, I forget what they bought. They put in these blue pipes all along here, along the western edge of the dump. And apparently those pipes are so they can touch the water, which can never be a good thing. And why did the city buy this building? I have no idea. It doesn't make any sense. I mean, if you develop this, you'd be crazy to live on it. You can see the dust hanging in the air. No one pays attention to the speed limit anyway, even if it was a good road. But with all the construction, they don't slow down. See this dust? Actually, under the laws, this is illegal inside of a city limit. Right? This should be sprayed down or shut down. It's ridiculous. There we are. Yeah, they were flushing water out of that today. They got one there, up there further. There's one down there in the street in the middle. Yeah, you can see all the destruction. Right, all the sidewalks gone right to the corner, right to the other side of the driveway. That's approximately 85 feet of sidewalk gone. And of course all the lawn. And yeah, there's my sign. Move my 1-feeder there. My other feeders are here. That's my squirrel-proof one. And make them crappy and falls off if you don't crush them, but you can adjust it by the springs and tie on weight if you. And here's my new feeder, but it's supposed to be finches and smaller can get in there, but nothing yet. Put the balls out, ducks eat out of them, and chipmunks. And as you can see, the ducks have been here because the water bowl is something's in there. It's dirty anyway. And there's where the creek turns 90 degrees and heads north. Then it turns 90 degrees again and turns west. And the bowling alley's right over there. The west end of this, the west end of this building inside, the floors aren't even poured yet. But they're poured at the other end. There's a doctor's office, and they're working on the laundromat. That's all it is. A little thing I got going there. And some I put over there. My shed. Looking in from the outside. Make my day. Oh yeah, there's another one here too. And more surprises, but I can't tell everyone. Then the usual routine. What's the routine, Bella? Bella? Bella! There you go. She's sitting down, tail's wagging, big smile. Nice and easy, and off it comes. And now we go inside and you wait for your snacks. And that's the end of that trip.
Get rid of that. Keys. Shut this off. Processing later.